but I think it'd be absolutely great if they did. This is better. This is better. You just need to contract it out to Smug Skull. That's right. Yep. Crimea Militant, definitely the strongest combination here. Here listed. Crimea Militant at SS. Rusviet Agricultural at A. Nordic Industrial at B. And Albion Patriotic at C. Albion Patriotic's only going to be good if the game goes long. Hey Team Slack. So the nice thing about this is, for example, if you have 4 good players who get these combinations, you almost know before the game even starts that Crimea Militant is probably going to win. Whoever gets lucky and draws that. But with the bid game, the person who takes Crimea Militant has to spot everybody a certain number of points. Make sure the person who's having internet issues is actually still there. So it balances the game, to answer your question, Team Slack. It makes for a good game among good players. It's the way we play for tournament games. It's the way we play in the side league game. Vicious Teddy 1, thank you for following. Oh, why do I like these combinations better? Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood your question. I like these combinations better because there's nothing. Crimea Militant is OP, that's true. But there's nothing in this game as bad as Tagawa Mechanical. And when Tagawa Mechanical or something like that is in the game, it just really drives everything up so high. I mean, when you've got Tagawa Mechanical in the game, you might be looking at Nordic Industrial for 12 to 15. And if Nordic Industrial is 12 to 15, good grief, what are you paying for Crimea Militant? So I like this spread a little bit better. What was hard about the last one was Tagawa Mechanical. It would be interesting at some point to incorporate into the bidding system some sort of ban combination. People get chances to ban certain combinations. Maybe everybody gets a ban before it starts. Someone could ban Russ Innovative. Someone could ban Albion Mechanical. Oh, it's to me. Still got to go on Crimea, right? Especially with Rusviet Agricultural at 6. Only thing that could challenge Crimea Militant at 13 would be Nordic Industrial. Still, that's just so much coin. No one up here can invade Crimea early. They can do their thing. Right, Rusviet goes to 7. Yeah. So, and Albion goes last too, which is rough. Really rough. I mean, you gotta stay on Crimea Militant till it goes close to 20 at least, I think. And I think Rustviet Agricultural is really overpriced at only 8 below Crimea Militant. It's a slow board. I mean, they're going to have a lot of power. It's going to be hard for Militant to get combats off Rustviet. They're going to have a good amount of power. It might be hard for Crimea to get combats off them. But Nordic's going to be relatively low power in all likelihood. Amcoin goes for Nordic Industrial at 0. I don't think that's a bad decision. At that pace, the hard thing. In a tournament, I let Crimea go out from under me at 24, and I lost. And since then, I took Crimea at 24, and I won. So you can't let Crimea Militant go for under 20. You just can't. Ooh. Rustviet Agricultural goes up to 9. Someone needs to bid Nordic Industrial up a little bit, because this bidding's just going to go on until... I don't like playing with high bids. I'm not gonna lie. Let's do this. We won't get it for 1. Hey, Vicious Teddy 1. I do play the physical version. Some friends of mine have started Fenris. Haven't had a consistent group enough to actually play all the way through. And one of the guys is military, so he keeps getting deployed. So that keeps throwing us for a loop. Keep it rolling on Crimea Militant. At some point, we might take Albion Patriotic. Albion Patriotic is not absolutely terrible for Albion. It's just hard to do much in about 14 rounds, which, depending on how Nordic plays, that's what Crimea Militant might do. Skyward, what's the highest bid people would practically make for the top tier faction combos? We have seen Rustviet Innovative go into the low 30s. But that's definitely about as high as it gets. Yeah, I mean, I think that's right. Didn't we see a side league game the other day with Rustviet Innovative in the game, and then I want to say Tagawa Mechanical or something was in the game, and we were speculating in chat that we could see a 40 coin bid. It ended up going for 25 and covering easily. But it changes the game, right? At some point, you're just kind of pigeonholed into tier 2 strategies. Ooh, 22 for Crimea Militant. In one of the tournament games you put on YouTube, go for 36. I don't remember that one, but I wouldn't doubt it. You say so, though. Did the person with that bid cover it? You're gonna have to remind me. It would have been Rust Innovative. There's no other Rustviet that would go that high. All right. This is getting high for Crimea Militant, not gonna lie. I mean, covering Rusviet shouldn't be a problem. Covering Nordic is gonna be a lot harder. No one wants Albion Patriotic, right? They go last, and Nordic can steal their village. And there's not a thing they can do about it. Albion Patriotic's already slow. Maybe Axel? Oh, Axel did go. I do remember a Nordic Rusviet innovative game with Axel. I think he went like 33 or something for it. It was a lot. Still Amco in deciding here. Taking Nordic Industrial to 5, 6 for Joey. Back to Amcoin. Oh yeah, that was. I remember that now. That was crazy. Axel just came in with a bid with Rusviet Innovative at like 31 or something. Standing Flyer, thanks so much for the sub. Really appreciate it. Okay. Crimea Militant for 24. Yeah, they're gutsy when it comes to bidding. They will, I'm kind of a bid it one up kind of guy. They'll go in at what they think something's worth. I mean, it speeds the bidding up, but you take a gamble that the people around you don't bid up other combinations as high as you think they're worth. No way I'm taking this. Oh, come on. Albion Patriotic is just going to suffer and have pain in this game. $25 for Crimea Militant. That's as high as I go, you know, unless I go higher. I was actually playing around with Albion Patriotic strats this morning. One thing I was trying was moving out to the Gawa's Village Tunnel. It was slow, but it was kind of fun. It was I think it was move 2 workers. It was like trade for oil, move 2 workers to the tundra, upgrade, reduce, upgrade the deploy, move 2 workers to the mountain, upgrade the deploy, reduce, deploy rally to the mountain, move the character out to the mountain tunnel, and move the mech with the workers over to the, or with at least one of the workers over to the village. Get you out on the board. And you've got the farm tunnel for food. Still on Crimea Militant at the moment. Oh, there it goes. All right, let's get these bids on the screen. It's going to take me just a minute to do this. I don't usually have the mats on the screen because I feel like it takes up too much room. But I'm going to try having abbreviations for the mats on the screen this game, see how it looks. Room is full. I'll have to boot somebody. This bidding app out of here. Yeah, that's not so bad right there. Not sure if I took Albion too soon. Buddy last night during the campaign had Albion patriotic. He must flip the board about an hour in. Oh my goodness. Yeah, in a straight up game against Crimea Militant and Polania Innovative. That's brutal. Polania Innovative can just wreck Albion so quickly. So quickly. All right, we've got a 25 coin bid. The only one we have to beat by 25 is Albion. We just have to beat Nordic by 17. So the big thing in this game is what kind of factory card does Nordic get? And does Albion give them easy combats? All right. Wolf Among the Sheep is doable. So is Technological Breakthrough with this mat, actually. What do you guys think? You like the faction as well as the mat on the screen down there? Oh, that's too low. Better. All right. Did Nordic take the Albion village? Yes. Yes, they did. And Rustviet produced. All right. I know a lot of people like to go for the super quick list, but I like to trade with the 2 metal at the beginning with Militant. Everyone says good luck, have fun. Will do my best to have fun. This is a trade for oil out of Albion. Probably a trade for metal out of Nordic right now. I'm going to drop a mech on that village. Ooh. Albion can bump this worker. This is a game changer. I mean, this is the lumberjack opening right here, I think. This Derp's lumberjack opening. But I'm not sure it works with Albion over here because Albion's going to move. Nordic can't trade. He can't produce for a mech. So what does he do? Produces, then trades, and Albion bumps the workers. Yeah, that's not what I expected Nordic to do. Yeah, we see the move out of Albion. Probably going to upgrade either the deploy right there, the move and the deploy. Nordic's going to get sent home. Might actually be good for us. I think bid-wise is Nordic is probably the biggest threat. Well, Nordic can't. Albion can't move in round 3. Nordic can't produce in round 4. And Albion can move again in round 4. So I think Albion can bump the workers. Get our first enlist out. Take the combat cards, of course. Maybe another trade for oil up here. Set up another produce. The bummer, if you're Albion, well, no, because there's no combat here, so you can move your character here, bump the workers, and then bring the worker with you. So you didn't really get your game slowed down at all. You just lost 2 popularity. Nordic's the one that's paying right now. That hurts. That hurts. So what are you going to do, Nordic? Thinking pretty hard about this one. Albion upgraded. First upgrade was move and deploy. Albion hasn't done the second upgrade yet. Yeah, if you're going to take Albion's village, you got to trade for 2 metal that next turn. Definitely. Ooh, they're going to get off of that village. Not a bad decision there. I have a hard time believing that was the plan from the get-go, but it's probably a good idea. Although the thing about it is, I mean, it was either you're going to have to move them out to this tundra or go ahead and move them to this tundra. Now Nordic can come over here to this village, which I don't love because they can actually move here and drop a worker on my peninsula if they're so inclined and really interfere with my game. Popularity. Oh, it would have been a heartbreaker if that's a beautiful encounter for Albion. This game could not have gone better for Albion to this point. Got the double upgrade on deploy. Looking at 2 mechs off the encounter. Beautiful. Early potential miscalculation by Nordic. Really helping out Albion right now. Yeah. If he had if he'd moved, traded for 2 metal, he could have produced on turn 3. Okay, we got a 4-worker strat out of Rusviet. Probably has tier 2 in mind. Probably not taking the 3 pop for a mech if I had to guess. Just going to take the popularity off it. He doesn't really even need that food. Going to upgrade, bolster, and enlist in all likelihood. Yeah. And have to produce twice anyway. All right. Metal, food, enlist. Definitely coin enlist, right? Yeah, it's got to be. And to produce on turn 2, yeah. Maybe the plan was move, reduce, trade. Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to take back your move until the move you're making until you hit in turn. The only thing I don't like about that is what you're going to see if that happens is you're going to see people moving and bouncing around the board and then checking the score preview and then moving everything back and bouncing around the board and then checking the score preview. That's the one thing that I would be apprehensive about if that happened. All right. Okay, we're going to move a worker up here. We're going to produce one more time to get to 8 workers, and we'll just move the character there because we don't really have anything. We need one more of these metal. So I'm going to use a card even though I have 3. And beat on the village here. We're at 9 coin right there with Rusviet. I like the produce here instead of going straight into the deploy because the produce means she can bolster, deploy, produce again, bolster, deploy, produce again, bolster, deploy. I mean, at that point, it would be at 8 workers, but it could theoretically produce, bolster, deploy again. This game is going great for Albion right now. And look at that. It's Nordic's turn. This is interesting. 3 worker strat out of Nordic. He wants to build a building. He's got 3 resources for it right there. mean, it looks like he wants to build buildings, so why not take the 3 wood, right? Yeah. Here it comes, right? Yep, there it is. Building number 1. Build bonuses, farms and tundras. Not a great option here, but maybe a mill. Lets him produce on all 3 of these spaces. That's nice. I like that. Each produce is going to give him a mech. But he's in for a bit of a slower game, I think. All right. Now we're going to produce. Get that worker star. Whenever we make it to the factory, since we probably won't have an upgrade, we'll just naturally get technological breakthrough. We'll also have an opportunity to get wolf among the sheep, because we're going to produce a ton of resources right here whenever we move them around. There's another mech out of Nordic. It's his power situation. Nordic probably going to the factory. I had to guess. Next turn, build another building. I like Nordic's play so far. You had the early mistake. He's really recovered from it. Russ funneling us another card, for which we are grateful. So I'm going to trade for a metal and a food. Could also trade for 2 metal and use a combat card on the food, but this lets me take a little bit longer to see what my options are with you can bet Albion's not going to build, and Rusviet, I think with this strategy, gets 1 more upgrade. Let's go for this. Take some pop. One rough thing is without that coin deploy from Albion, they're missing out on a lot of coins. Still at 10 though with that patriotic mat. Hasn't even started the enlist yet. We're up by 3, which is good. We still have 3 mechs to deploy. So most of the coin in our game is still yet to come. Where are we at? Nordic. A move to a build. Maybe go to the factory with 1 move. And take these workers to the village with another move. Build on the village. I don't know, we'll have to see. Interesting. Going for that build bonus. Dropping that worker on that tundra. Also, next produce mech, going to get a 3rd oil. Ooh. Build popularity card. No enlist for Nordic this game. Going to have to make do with the one Rusvy is looking at tier 2 in this game in all likelihood. Just needing the 1 encounter for it. Which hurts and helps us. It hurts because they get more points, but it helps us and they're unlikely to bump our workers as the game goes on. Which is really good for us. Nordic with a lot of early spread and occupying that factory. So ahead right now, but not really a stable lead. All right. This last produce is going to give us all the resources we need for the rest of the game. Oh, this is so tempting. That's a 4-coin swing. Instead of getting $2 to pay $2. How many enlists does Rustviet have left? One more. I'm guessing I'm going to see enlists out of Albion Patriotic. I want to keep tier 2 in sight in case I need it. VMR, it saves a combat card, right? No, it doesn't. Does it not? Number 2. Yeah, we're going to get combat cards out of Albion, so we'll be fine on combat cards. Let's see. Worker on the village. Mech number 3 out in Nordic. Yeah, it doesn't save a combat card. But what it does do is you can get another medal, which means one of those later move actions, you can do the bottom row action potentially even after you've done the max. Nordic have Riverwalk? Nope. Yeah, you may be right about that, VMR. You make a good point. You make a good point. Especially if you have 3 villages as an objective. There's an enlist out of Albion. We'll probably get 3 more cards, so we're sitting pretty on cards right now. What's the score look like right now? My mouse is acting up. There we go. Got a 7-coin lead on Albion that we've got to stretch 18 more, which we can do. Russ in tier 2 is actually potentially a problem right now. We got to cover 12 over them and we're tied. But if we cover 12 over them, yeah, I think this is still looking fine for us. Nothing's happened yet that just wrecks our game, and we're going to be able to get combats off of Nordic in all likelihood, especially with Scout. Yeah, you're probably right. Leaving the worker on the village is probably better. Nordic considering a bolster into an upgrade right now. The other option. Can move, but they don't have enough wood, so they could trade for 2 more wood. Set up building number 3. Oh, VMer, I will tell you why it was better for me not to leave a worker on the village. I'd like to say that I planned it out this way, but I can move up here, take a pop off this encounter, go to 6, and then trade for a pop and use a card here for my last enlist and go to 7 and be in tier 2. I said that out loud because I know Joey's not stream sniping. Who knows, he may be considering taking this encounter from me. All right, he takes that encounter. Doesn't want to give me a combat on that space. I don't mind so much. I think he would have liked to see a building off of this. Got this option twice. I'm not going to take this. I want tier 2 this game. And let's put scout here to protect my resources. See how we're doing here. We got a little spread now. Up on Albion by 15. Still just got 2 over Rusviet. Got to clear 12 over Rusviet. We'll go to tier 2 next turn. The 8. Riverwalk for Nordic. Let's see, VMer says usually leave 2 workers on oil and deploy on oil. Yeah, that's not bad. Still no township out of Russ. Yeah, that's nice. It gives you ability to spread a little bit. All right. Here's the last enlist. 18 up on Rust, that'll do. 27 up on Albion, that will do as well. Albion here perhaps thinking I'm getting ready to end. I am in a position where I could take 2 combats. I can't get my objective if I do that. Nordic's about to get tossed around the board though. Low power. See how much Albion's willing to spend here. Swords Nordic, I'm sure. Only spends 1 power and a 5, leaving him still a force to be reckoned with. The Nordic couldn't afford to spend the power there. An upgrade that passes a power along Nordic's way, right? No, it gave us a power, so now we're at 6 power. That's nice. Nordic fleeing to the water here. Real question is where I'm going to get my combats. Nordic hides on the water. Can fight him there. We'll see what factory card we get. If we get a popularity factory card, it's going to be pretty easy to go get combats without losing tier 2. Up to 7 power now. Alright, it's factory time. Probably should have brought one more worker with me to try to deter Russ a little bit from a popularity standpoint. Tempted to go this because this could offset any sort of popularity loss from fighting, but I think I'm actually going to be fine. Nordic has a factory card. See if they move this off the lake. Yeah, who do I fight now? We go fight Albion. They only have 1 combat card. Rusviet has too many. They have 6. Basically here to drain Albion of combat cards. What we're doing. Albion can move. Cannot produce this turn. Oh, gives me a combat. Get a coin. Nordic going to upgrade. See what Russ does. This is game, guys. Make sure we're covering these bids. And we are. So, gonna get our last combat. And look at us with 2 5s. Russ goes all out, but only a 2. Does Russ have like 6 2s? And 2 metal left over. That is game. Crimea Militant is so powerful. I mean, look at that, guys. 101 points in 15 rounds. All right, so let's subtract the points out. Albion gets second, right? Because Russ has to take away 13, which gets him to 32. And Rusviet gets third because Nordic has to take away 8, which gets him to, what, 23? So it goes Crimea, Albion, Rusviet, Nordic. Good game, guys. Well played. Everybody, I'm going to go. I hope I will see you all back here in 5.5 hours when I'm going to be streaming the Electric Elephant League game. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you guys later.